Your turbocharged engine is supposed to give you a massive surge of power, but suddenly it feels incredibly sluggish, your check engine light is glaring at you, and you are stuck in a frustrating limp mode. When you plug in your diagnostic scanner and find code P00A3, it means your engine computer has detected a low circuit voltage from the charge air cooler temperature sensor on bank 2. If you have a turbocharger or a supercharger, your engine uses an intercooler to dramatically cool down the hot, compressed air before it enters the engine. Cooler air is much denser, which means more oxygen and a lot more horsepower. The charge air cooler temperature sensor sits right in that airflow, acting exactly like a digital thermometer, so the powertrain control module can fine-tune the air-to-fuel ratio. Bank 2 just tells you that the sensor is located on the side of the engine block that does not have cylinder number 1. When the computer sees the voltage from this sensor drop abnormally low, it usually points to a direct short to ground in the wiring or a completely failed sensor. Because the intercooler sits right at the front of the vehicle to catch the cold breeze, the wiring harness for this sensor is highly exposed to flying rocks, road salt, and harsh weather. Look incredibly closely for any wires that have rubbed completely bare against the hot turbocharger piping, causing a direct short to ground and dragging the entire circuit voltage down. To figure this out without just throwing parts at it, you need to grab your digital multimeter, unplug the sensor connector, and turn your ignition key to the on position without starting the engine. You should see a steady 5-volt reference signal coming straight from the engine computer. If you have those 5 volts and a solid ground, the wiring is probably fine. Next, you can measure the internal resistance of the temperature sensor itself while the engine warms up. As the air gets hotter, the resistance numbers on your meter should smoothly drop. If the meter shows an open limit or zero resistance, that sensor is totally fried. Do not ignore this code, especially if you drive a modern diesel truck, because a failing temperature sensor will completely prevent the engine from running a diesel particulate filter regeneration cycle, which will eventually choke your exhaust system with thick black soot and leave you stranded.